spoke about sedition laws and whether it's a necessity in India or not. And I found the argument very, very interesting. Now, you are a journalist by profession and you've been there for quite a few years now. As a journalist, A, do you believe in absolute freedom of speech? And B, if you think that sedition laws need to be continued, on what fronts do they have to be continued?
Freedom of speech can't be absolute. It's as simple as that, because my freedom ends where yours start.
Right.
Right? And if I'm going to hurt you with my words, words can drive a person to take his life. So it can be, as children, we would hate, at least I would hate to get shouted at, because that would stay on for a week or, continue lingering in the mind for a long time. Yes. But if you would get a whack with a stick, the pain would last for 5 minutes and it's over. So it's better to get a whacking than get shouted at, right? So freedom of speech is something like that. So your freedom, my freedom ends where yours begins. So that is something that we should always keep in mind. It can't be absolute. And if it is going to be absolute, it is going to be like what Charlie Hebdo does in France. And that's not a situation that we need or a space that we want to enter, right? That is one. Secondly, about sedition laws, we definitely need sedition laws. Some may argue that, oh, even the Britishers who brought the sedition laws in the 80s no longer have it.
Right.
But we need it because we have anti-national elements in this country and they need to be dealt with in the right way. I make a distinction here though. There is a difference between anti-national and anti-government. That distinction has to be made and has to be understood as well. If someone is anti-government, doesn't make him anti-national.
Yes.
So if a person is anti-national, he has to be dealt with a law like the sedition law, and an example needs to be made of him. Unfortunately, what has happened is this law has been misused by governments that have been in power on this side or that side.
Right.
I'm not saying that there is only a particular government or a particular person who's responsible for it. So I guess at some point in time, it will have to be the courts will have to decide as to what it is and where it is and which direction it is going to go in, because we need a law like this. We need a strict law, and we need a law that deals with anti-nationals in the strictest of possible way, because there can't be any compromise as far as Mahabharata is concerned or Mahabharati is concerned, right? But again, just because someone has said something against the government does not make that person anti-national, and you cannot use the sedition law against that person.
Right.
Can't get any clearer than this.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.